In a world of uncertainty, the Ronin stands apart, a master of sales and marketing who answers to no one. Forge your own path, create your own success. 1,000 leaders, 1,000 Ronins. Will you be next? Join the revolution now. Step into mastery at therevenueronin.com.
All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Revenue Ronin community. It's Thursday. I hope everyone's doing well. What's going on, Antonio? Good to see you, man. Hope things are going well. And yeah, great to have you guys aboard. We got Jeremy, we got Jason, we got Antonio. Good to have you guys aboard. Please like and repost the space. Would really appreciate it. And yeah, Jason, Antonio, Jeremy, would love to hear from you guys, of course. Definitely grab the mic if you can. But yeah, so and shout out to Antonio. The space is sponsored by Antonio and his product Xscribe. Xscribe allows you to take a audio file, any audio file, specifically around spaces, and transcribe that into text format, and then you can use that for your copy, your newsletter, your social media post, all that great copy that comes from the audio transcript. So thank you for sponsoring, Antonio. Really appreciate it. I'm also doing my Zoom recording as well. And sometimes what I do is I take these Zoom recordings when I'm able to record, and I put them to YouTube, I put them to Spotify, the actual video files. Sometimes I just do the audio files, but yeah, it's all about repurposing your content, right? You want to repurpose your content. Content has a lifespan. Certain social platforms and you know certain platforms have a longer lifespan for content than others. So not all platforms are created equal. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, I mean, if you're not producing content, if you're not, sending a newsletter, if you're not, content is the the lifeblood really of, you know, building in public, building your blog, your newsletters, like it's really the lifeblood of your business. So make sure you're creating content and you're repurposing content accordingly. Oh, good to see you, Netta. Yeah, let me get you up here. So yeah, today we're in the Revenue Ronin community, and of course it's sales and marketing mastery. And why sales and marketing? Well, because there's two biggest business drivers of any company, in my experience, and I've worked with over 1,000. It's always comes down to sales and marketing. It always comes down to sales and marketing at the end of the day. Yes, the other things are important. I'm not discounting them, but if you really want to grow a business, be in business, have a sustainable growing business, it's typically sales and marketing that are the biggest drivers. And really, it's acquiring customers and retaining customers. That's it. So if you can acquire a customer uh, and retain that customer over a long period of time, that's what we call the lifetime value of a client. These are really important metrics that we pay attention to. And there's a cost to acquire a customer. We call that CAC, or customer acquisition cost. And ideally, we want to acquire customers for free. That's the ideal situation. But that doesn't always happen. Sometimes we have to do paid ad campaigns. We have to get creative. We have to go to conferences. We do things offline. You got to get very creative in how you acquire customers. You could have one referral partner, for instance, which you're not spending money on ads. But if you're getting a referral partner who's referring you business every single month, that's a pretty good deal, right? So always think of ways that you can acquire customers for as little cost as possible. And then once you have a customer, you want to retain that customer for a long period of time. I think my longest client in my agency business was 8 years. I was running their social media marketing for 8 years, literally doing all their paid ads, posting their organic content, doing their SEO, their blog writing, and they were a client for 8 years, which that's pretty unheard of in the agency model. Typically, the average lifespan of a client in the agency space is about 2 years. That's the average. So I'm sure Jason would agree with me there. But yeah, so today's topic is, are your clients happy? And, are your members getting value? And it's important to ask this question because if you really want to get a pulse read on, if your business is growing, if your business is, stagnant, if your business is, God forbid, declining, these are places to start, right? These are some key foundational places to start. So, and why do we start here? Because it makes no sense in trying to acquire more customers if your retention is and your churn rate is high and your retention is low. That's not a sustainable business. And so these are really critical things, like I mean foundational. And if you don't get this right, like you're just going to be spinning your wheels for years. And I see a lot of clients that, I consult, you know, this isn't a sexy or flashy concept. It's a very foundational concept, but it's really important. It's really important. It makes everything else easier when you nail this part. So, but yeah, are your clients happy? My clients are happy. That's one of the main things. I make sure they're happy. I check in with them frequently, especially in the first, 30 days of them becoming a client. High tech, high touch. So high tech, high touch. You need to go above and beyond for your clients, make sure they're happy, and really identify early on, like what is that winning metric that they most care about? What is that most, for example, new patients. I have a client, they're all about new patients. Hey, Justin, how many new patients did we get this month? So that's his main metric that he cares about. So I just make sure that that's very visible and in front of him and that he's seeing that grow. Um, so yeah, let's go over to Neda. I would love to hear from Neda and Spoon. And yeah, welcome Neda. How you doing?
Not bad. Thank you for having me. It's been a while since I've been in your spaces. I'm doing good. I'm listening. I'm getting ready to sleep. Um, Prepared to sleep. I'm in Vietnam for anyone who's wondering why is she going to sleep at 9 a.m. Yeah. So I'm very interested in this topic, how to keep your members happy, because I think providing a service, whether it be for a business, in your case, like in marketing, or communities, which I run communities from time to time, um, the customer experience or the member experience affects whether or not, there's churn, whether or not people want to return, participate, be a part of your community, be a part of your company, or whatever it is that you're doing. And I believe that when a company or a community is true to its core, to its values, um, and delivers value in return, that will help people want to come back. And showing up consistently is also, and delivering value on a consistent basis is really what's going to help keep your clients happy and get value from you. So that's just my share. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, great share, Neda. Thank you. And yeah, it was really nice to connect with you yesterday on the space. So yeah, you bring up some really great points. Yeah, yeah, I know it's good to catch up with you and Sean and the rest of the crew a little bit. And speaking of, you know, you know, the tech crew, the name is escaping me. The Hunt, the Hunt. Speaking of the Hunt, this was where I first met this wonderful birthday boy in the house, Timo. It was in the tech spaces, the Hunt. And, fast forward, here we are, like, 2 years later, and some months, and, we meet again here with the birthday boy Timo. So thanks, Timo. Happy birthday. Everyone give a big shout out. Happy birthday to Timo. He's turned the page, he's turned the chapter here, and I really want to grab his post that he did. And you may have some birthday cash in your bank account, Timo. So, but yeah, welcome. How's it going, Timo?
Hey, everyone, and yeah, thanks for the well wishes. I just dropped my 47 thoughts about being 47 on the purple pill. So if somebody wants to read long stories of different kind of things, go ahead and check it out. And yeah, on 3 minutes, I'll be launching this product. Well, obviously, it's already on the product page on Beehiiv. Nice little tool for anyone who is kind of lost and wants to
Timo, are you there?
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought fingered the mic button eventually. So yeah, I don't know where I dropped off, but yeah, birthday. Launched a product. It's up on the Beehiiv product page. Unlimited use for trained AI for making your first dollar if you have never done that. So that's the kind of thing that I put out for the birthday party. And other than that, had a long day at the office. We have been now forced to visit the office once per week. So launched my 1 out of 4 visits on April today to celebrate my birthday with free coffee and hot chocolate at the office. And my wife and kids have been cooking some birthday dinner for me, and that's where I'm heading. I just stopped by the grocery store to get some sweets for my loved ones and have a great little afternoon dinner. Maybe something special today. But yeah, good times. 47 times around the sun. So here we are. Cheers for the 48th time, and just having fun. And yeah, it's never too late. I still don't know what I want to do when I grow older. So there's time. Anyone in the audience who is in their 20s and 30s panicking about never making it, you got time. Even though, like Jerm said, why not make some mad money right now? Because it's quite easy. And that's what the tool that I built is also there for. If you have never done that. But yeah, hey, happy to be here. I'll be listening while I drive. I'm on the hands-free, so I can hop on if there's something. But after that, I'll just drop down and enjoy some birthday dinner with my loved ones.
Yeah, awesome, Timo. Happy birthday again, brother. And yeah, I purchased your how to get customer testimonials. I think it's very timely for this space because, we're talking about, are your clients happy? And testimonials is something that, people sleep on a little bit. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to forward it to my client because they need help getting testimonials. So it was a nice very timely.
Awesome, and thanks for the purchase. And yeah, drop a review of it. You can do it immediately when you get the product, or Beehiiv will send a reminder in 48 hours after you've downloaded it. But Yeah, hey, Beehiiv just launched for my birthday. Obviously, they remembered that it's my special day. They launched the podcasts, so now we can do like actual podcasts, and it's pretty dope. And I'll be clicking around that new feature today and see what it is all about. But looks great. Seems to be something like you can basically, if you're running spaces, you could just like upload them there and turn them into podcasts on that and just distribute it across all the platforms. And the Beehiiv takes zero commissions. So that's a pretty dope tool that they're bringing for the creators, catching up with that one little edge that Substack had over Beehiiv. Now that is all done for.
Yeah, man, they're just making big moves here. It seems like every single month they're shipping something new. So yeah, it's a small, nimble, great team over there. And yeah. Well, good stuff, Timo, and yeah, enjoy your birthday dinner with the loved ones. And speaking of 20-year-olds making it happen, we had Jeremy share yesterday about his buddy at the gym that he met who's in his 20s who was able to build an app in Lovable in like a day and share it with the property management company of the apartment complex and got his rent paid for for the whole year. So, I mean, talk about, timing, talk about va being valuable and, really understanding what something is worth to a business, right? What does that price tag look like? And and now that you have the tools in your hand, you're able to deploy something very quickly. Even just a minimum viable product, now what used to take, 2 months can take 2 hours, literally. So there's no excuses. The only excuse is not talking and having conversations with prospects and potential customers. And the other cheat code is really talking to local businesses in your own backyard. You don't have to go, you can put together your 10 or 20 list target of businesses and start going after them. And and so yeah, but great to have you. Yeah, Jeremy, over to you, brother. How's it going? Welcome.
Yeah, doing all right. Like you said, it doesn't take as long as it used to. I built a CRM. Well, turned it into an internet overnight. Built a CRM for a client yesterday, and I liked it, and turned it into something that I could use as well. So, and then I kind of just hyper fixated and went from there. So, added a marketing playbook, content calendar, built the website over top of all of it, so my website can connects to my CRM directly and my content calendar. Um, yeah, I went deep. I went deep. Didn't look back. Um, but it all came from a casual conversation with the client. I was doing something else for him and sales related, and he was complaining about his CRM being too expensive. And we started talking about what he paid and what features he actually used, and it wasn't most of them. And asked him if he needed or wanted to use those, and he didn't. So I replaced his CRM that he was paying about $12,000 a year for his entire sales team, and I rebuilt it in about an hour, and migrated everything. Happy, good to go.
Wow, did you migrate all the data too, Jeremy?
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty easy. It was all CSV.
Man, that's amazing, man. Like I think you hit the nail on the head yesterday or the day before we talked too, is like what are those core features? Because yeah, the truth is the big elephant in the room is that a lot of these software tools, like, 80% of the features don't really get used. And the concept I like to talk about very extensively for some of these prospects and accounts that I have is think of it as they buy a Ferrari and they only know how to drive it in like first or second gear. Like they literally can't get out of, third they can't get into third gear. So so and then God forbid like one or two subject matter experts leave, then they're completely stuck. right? And then they're like, Justin, do you know HubSpot? I'm like, yeah, I know it. I'm not an expert, but I mean, I know CRMs. So I'm able to get in, jump right in the trenches and start fixing, tweaking things, fine-tuning things. And then in 90 days, it's actually functioning how it's supposed to. And we've basically undone a lot of over engineering. This is another thing that companies or consultants typically do is they over engineer solutions, right? So the first step, the first problem, number one, they aren't utilizing the full utilization of the tool. Majority of the time. I'd say 80% of the time, they're not taking full advantage of their investments on the MarTech stack, which stands for marketing technology. The other challenge, number two, is uh, they over engineer. The people that set it up, they over engineer it. They set it up like a Fortune 100 company when they're just a small business, right? Like they don't need all this extra, they don't need 50 workflows, right? They don't need all these bells and whistles on it. They're a small business. They just need the core functions. So we have to undo a lot of this over engineering, and then we have to rebuild the engine. And then after 90 days, they're like, wow, what a relief, Justin. Man, you really simplified our processes for us on sales and marketing alignment. And now we actually see what's going on. It's working and it's functioning how it's supposed to function. It's alerting the sales team. And whoa, man, how'd you guys do that? Well, again, I've been doing this for like, over 20 years. So this is nothing new for me, but it's a new concept for companies that, are sold software and that's over engineered and they're not utilizing it significantly. So one of the first things that I do is when I consult companies is I analyze their tech stack and I see what we can cut out and then what we can, refine and enhance. So before I even launch any campaigns, right? Like what a concept. I'm saving them money before I'm even launching any campaigns. So I'm getting them those quick wins right away. And that's what's absolutely critical is how you keep clients happy is you get them quick wins in the first 30 days, right? That's your target. Even if they sign a year contract, that's great. But what do you do in the first 30 days so you can gain trust and really wow them and, overwhelm them with, just like Jeremy did with his recent client, just overwhelm them as quickly as possible with value. And, then it's like, they trust you, they know you like you, trust you, they're going to continue to do business with you. Like you're their guy now, right? Or you're their gal, right? Netta's their gal. Jeremy's the guy. So yeah, that's how it works. But yeah, let's go over to Timo. Go for it, man.
Yeah, yeah, great points on the like over engineering everything. People should really start, and companies should really start to look into. Like if I would go B2B, I would probably do some kind of a tool to help these C-suite people that are making bad decisions due to consulting firms just selling every piece of bullshit thing that they don't need on their software. Probably some kind of like a how to minimize everything and min max everything type of a B2B business using AI to analyze exactly what were just talking about. And that would probably be super helpful because you're in the business of making them save money. And that is probably easier than making them make more money, especially if you're looking at the big tech or big companies with actually already massive revenues. So, but yeah, I would say that is very important at the moment to understand that there isn't a software or there isn't a program that you cannot learn. My wife is doing her master's. We're kind of like late to do these. Let's do some more academics for the hell of it, uh, type of thing, because obviously free education here. The she's doing she's gonna get her master's in well-being analytics, which is now highly AI powered stuff, and they're doing a whole lot of AI tools and a whole lot of data analytics tools. And she's kind of like she's not really that type of a person, but she's kind of finding that she actually is. But I kind of try to push her towards that, because I think that's one of the last modes to stand on, to be that person who understands anything about AI and data. Everything else will just like be devoured by the tsunamis. But anywho, she has been learning all these softwares and technical tools just by basically. She's like, I'm not going to pay for these AI things. But Gemini is so smart and is so up to date that she just like does screenshots of these softwares and tools that their teachers are putting them through. And Gemini is basically telling what to do. And Gemini actually has the live feature now, where it can point at your car and it's going to tell you what wrench you need to change your oil and whatever. But for any learning, it's kind of like you cannot say that this I don't know what to do because I don't know how this software or whatever tool works, because now you can just screenshot things, and AI will basically give you point A to point B type of guidance through, and it's a lot more better and easier, and you actually learn the thing instead of watching some like zero to hero 30-hour YouTube course or Udemy course. When you're just like getting down and dirty with the program, and AI is kind of like just guiding you through. And like I learned a whole lot of things about Power BI that I really don't like much, but no, I'm pretty good at doing a couple of tricks that because I was helping her with it. So like, there's no limit basically for anyone with enough brain cells to click a mouse on a screen to not learn things.
Yeah, and I'm experiencing this like real time too, Timo, with GoHighLevel. So it's a CRM system that I use and I'm familiar with. Some clients have it. So I mean, typically, the environments I've worked in is, Salesforce, HubSpot, GoHighLevel, ClickFunnels, these are generally like the systems that I've worked in over the last, 10, 15 years. And yeah, like now with AI, when you enhance it with AI, what's happening is there's going to be a direct connection between Claude and also GoHighLevel. It's coming. Actually, already some people are doing it in the last couple weeks. I've seen some videos where they're connecting Claude up with their GoHighLevel API, and they're able to just now, as far as like the data goes, data privacy, stuff like that. Just be mindful that, hey, Claude does have access to your data now. So you got to keep that in mind if you're in a sensitive industry like healthcare and stuff like that. Whatever industry you're in, just know that you want to make sure you're following all laws, local regulations, for network security, all that stuff, because, privacy is a big deal. But with that being said, now you can literally just tell Claude and prompt it out like, hey, give me a snapshot of what deals I have pending and who I need to reach out to. And then boom, it goes, scans the CRM, gives you an entire like dashboard right there in Claude. Okay, these are the people you need to reach out to. Want me to go ahead and draft emails for these people? want me to build a workflow out? Like, what do you want me to do? Like, it's mind blowing. So again, like we've never been in a situation where we've had like GoHighLevel directly connected to Claude, where on the fly it literally scans your whole CRM and you're just asking it a question. Even like audio, you can, dictate it. So this is pretty mind blowing. This is pretty mind blowing and powerful. And it's only going to accelerate from here, right? It's only going to accelerate from here. So, pretty exciting times. I see we have Andy and Christelle and Spoon here, so I want to get to them. Also,
If I can just
yes,
say,
yep.
have a great space, and I'll be hopping on. I'm at home, so I'll be hopping for my birthday dinner and look surprised when I go in the door, through the door. So hope you guys have a great space, and I'll be posting more on this stuff. And yeah, hey, have a good one, and good to see you, Netta. It's been a long time. Good. Happy to hear that everything's going great in your Southeast Asia journey. Crystal, Andy, good to see you guys. Jason, Anton, Daniel,
Thank you.
Anton.
I
Thank
had
you,
to say
thank
that
you,
before you
Crystal.
leave.
Yeah, thanks. And last time, or was it 2 years ago, we had a little sing along on your space. And to buy me a coffee.
You want me to
No,
sing
don't
to you? I can sing.
Don't buy me a
Just
coffee,
kidding.
but
Spare
go and
you
check out
all.
my products.
My gift to you is that I will not sing.
That's a good one too. But hey, yeah, I do have to drop out. I'll be listening to this space later on. So have a great space, everyone, and talk to you later.
Yeah, thanks, Timo. Enjoy your birthday dinner. Awesome. All right, let's go over to Andy, and then we'd love to hear from Spoon and Christelle. And yeah, how's it going, Andy?
Everybody, happy birthday, Timo. You were mentioning about GoHighLevel and creating a CRM. I told my OpenClaw system, which is connected to Minimax and Claude and my own LLMs, right? And I said, can you please just create the same stuff that's on GoHighLevel? And can you create the same stuff that's on CreatorBuddy? Oh, and can you replicate all the stuff that I built in my blog and my content system? And ask any questions if you want any details. And so it just interviewed me for a long period of time, and then it created all of the stuff that is there. So, Justin, the video I sent you is the result of me saying, I wanted to do these things. And I don't need, it's like Jeremy was saying, it's not everything. I just need this feature, these 10 features, not the thousands. And it just built it for me. And I'm watching. So while we're talking, I'm watching it scroll through the task list right now. I'm having it work on my email, right? So I have a whole bunch of email accounts, and I'm having it run a sequence of activities through all my email accounts. It can't send anything, right? So, but it will review things, move them into the right place, create a filter for it, and then draft and answer. So I end up every morning with a list of drafts on emails that I can go, okay, that's a good thing, but I don't want to say it that way. I want to say it this way, and then send. And in addition to that, every night, actually every 4 hours, it runs a sequence of lead generation. But the first pass, so I built 2 of them. The first one did lead gen, and it was okay. And then I revamped how I told it what to do. So the bottom line of everything I'm talking about is, if you can use your verbal language to describe what you want as the outcome and how you want it to go about doing it, then your AI systems will do that. And that's really the key. It's a remarkable acceleration of software technology. There used to be requirements, and then
well, first there was a need generation, then there was requirements generation and refinement, and then there was construction and all of the steps it took to construct something, and then it was QA to test if it met the requirements and the need. And I have that entire cycle happen by itself automatically. I have all the parts in, all of the milestones, all of the reports, and it does all those steps. And I have agents that run the QA piece every 4 hours. They run QA against everything that was done. So you can just, if you can imagine it and describe it, it will figure out a way to do it. And it's a remarkable thing. So humans are the key to everything. And the way to get to humans is by trust. And the way to get by delivery, especially on the technology side, is with AI. So I think that's the new dumbbell. Trust on one end, you as the bridge in the middle, and AI delivery on the other end.
Yeah, brilliant, Andy. Yeah, that's and I know you have the outreach going on for lead gen too. Do those emails get automated? Like do you build like a workflow and then a drip sequence for that?
It has the outline for that, but I haven't turned it loose yet because the lead gen has been caused. So essentially what happened was in I told my agent to go find things. And so what it did was it went to like Google and Bing and literally searched on the browser and then pinged every one of the things, which caused all of the systems to say, oh, you're a bot, so stop doing that. Well, I wanted it to just get a list first and then check one at a time, once a minute, not a burst of 1,700 at one time. So yes, I built a bot, and yes, it did that, and yes, it got some restrictions. So I restructured it to do it the way I would do it, not the way it would do it. And by the way, I have two of these systems, and I do the same set of instructions on both of them. One, I tell it exactly what to do. One of it, I just tell it, here's what I want on the outcome, and then I watch to see what the differences are. So, I mean, it's just two machines. I've got a couple other machines sitting here. They run on the same subscriptions. They don't run out of credits. They're, you just limit your prompts to one per minute, and then you can buy it for $20 a month. You can connect to everything, or you can just use the free versions of things. But it's like the Swiss Army knife of chainsaw and power tools all in one package that you can control by describing something with your voice. It's amazing.
Yeah, speaking of the Swiss Army knife, like I just got called that by my client a couple weeks ago. He's like, "Man, Justin, you're like the Swiss Army knife marketer, man. Like you do sales, you do marketing, and you do it all. You do lovable, you do tech stuff. Like, man." So I mean, like it's a compliment, right? It's a compliment. But then again, it's like a jack of all trades is a master of none, you know? So it's like, what do I really want to focus on? What am I best at? And
Master of the tool.
yeah,
When they came up with that phrase, they were talking about using tools to create cabinets or bricks or a farm or planting. And today, you can master the one tool that will produce all of that. So you are a master.
yeah, thank you, Andy. And yeah, man, I can't wait to. I know you're going to be closing some deals for that system and that setup, Andy. And I'm on the hunt in San Diego to see what type of businesses would benefit for that for you. So yeah, I'm keeping you in mind. Don't worry. When the right opportunity presents itself, um, and I did have a check-in call with my old IT guy, which me, and him were on a call, I think maybe last year, talking about localized LLM servers. So I've checked in with him to see where he's on, and he's having conversations with his clients on the IT side to see if they have any needs. So yeah, I mean, all of us should be out there having conversations, asking questions, about, hey, how are you guys using AI? Like, what is something that you're regularly doing, like every single day that's like a task that we can maybe potentially automate with some AI, and just listen, and this is nothing new, by the way. Like, I've been doing marketing automation for 10 plus years. This is not a new concept. The AI component is obviously a bit new, because it's the new buzzword now for the last couple years. But um, the point is, now with the whole agents and all these acquisitions that are happening with Manus, and yeah, it's just going to only accelerate. But everyone's going to have their own AI agents, their own AI swarm doing stuff for us. The job market is, unfortunately, I see it every single day now, more and more. More people are out of work on LinkedIn. Open to work goes up. And so we're going to be shifting to more of I think, whether by force or by choice, a lot of entrepreneurs are going to be joining the fold here. And look, you don't need large teams anymore. You don't need them, right? The reality is you can have a small, lean and mean, nimble team, and you can accomplish a lot. And as long as you remember the fundamentals, which is bringing in revenue, client acquisition, client retention, are your clients happy? You can have a nice, sustainable, growing business. And that's what it's all about. So I know that's what many of us are building here. And so yeah, let's check in with Spoon, and then let's go to Christelle, and then Lloyd, and Joseph, and then we'll start wrapping up here at 7:45. So, but yeah, Spoon, how you doing? Welcome.
In the early 2000s, I built a CRM with about 6 other guys, bought a bunch of computers. Now I'm upset. And he didn't, what, a few hours a day or two. So, yeah, how about that, huh? But I haven't really have played with AI yet. You guys are really deep into it, so I can't wait to start doing it. Not yet. I'm just, seeing what you guys come up with and all this stuff. It's interesting. It's really interesting, and that things are changing rapidly here. So great space, Justin. I'm gonna give it back to you.
Yeah, thanks for tapping in, Spoon. And yeah, just crawl, walk, run, crawl, walk, run. And I mean, I'm sure you've used ChatGPT or maybe Claude, but even just I talked to my client, I was like, yeah, you guys need to start using Claude now. And they're like, why? And I showed them the differences and the outputs. And then they started using it, and then it's like it started to use their context. So now they're doing proposals out of it. They're doing reports, they're doing planning, content. Now they're just like sold on Claude. They're like, man, we were sleeping on this, Justin. And I was like, yeah, it's only gonna get it's only gonna get better. So just wait till you can start MCP connecting up with all your other apps. Like I did the Beehiiv MCP connector. I did a little video on that to share how easy it is, and yeah, it's an accelerator for sure, and it's exciting. But just crawl, walk, run, and ease into it. And even my daughter, I got her. So I was taking I took one of her Bluey posters. She has a Bluey poster in her room, and I took a picture of it, and I asked her, I was like, okay, so what do you want Bluey to do now? And she's like, oh, I want him to, go down a water slide and jump on a trampoline. Okay. So then, we told Grok Imagine, hey, have Bluey go down a water slide and then jump on a trampoline. And then right before her eyes, like within a few seconds, boom, it creates the video. So she was like, oh my gosh, she was just mind blown, right? So I'm introducing her to AI a little bit, and doing some voice prompting, and she's 4. She's 4 years old. So yeah, I think it's an exciting time, but we need to remember the fundamentals when it comes to business. I always like to, once you nail the fundamentals, everything else is gold. But there's a lot of companies that they just can't even nail the fundamentals. So make sure you nail the fundamentals. And yeah, let's go over to Christelle. Christelle, welcome. How you doing?
Morning, Justin. Hi, Spoon, Andy, everybody. I'm good. How are you feeling, Justin?
Yeah, much better. Thank you. Yeah, thankfully, it was
Okay.
a shorter cold this time. So yeah, thank you.
Okay. Okay, good. Well, this space gives me so much. It just gives me so much. So first of all, I'm so glad you did that video with the MCP and Claude thing, because I tried for 2 seconds and gave up. So now I can go back to trying, because I didn't, because I don't use Claude, I use ChatGPT. So Spoon, don't feel bad, okay? Even people like me who have been knee deep in AI every day, almost since it came out, there are still tools I've never used Midjourney. Okay. So it's fine. It's fine. We're all in the place that we need to be. But I just wanted to share, I love this topic. Are your clients happy? And this makes me feel good because I woke up this morning. I kind of have this voice that constantly tells me I'm not doing enough. Of course, I'm sure other people have that voice. So I really like this prompt because I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? My clients are the happiest they've ever been. And it's because of this huge shift I've made into focusing on helping them create high ticket offers. And I have to admit something, Justin, it just came in while I was sitting in this space and preparing to speak. I realized that up until now, I was nervous to offer any sort of project or program that focused on increasing revenue. I didn't want to do that. I know you've been saying to do it, right? Like you want to help people earn more revenue. But I was nervous to do that because it's one of those things that it's like, if someone pays you to help them earn more revenue, you need to deliver on an actual date. It's very specific. You can tell if more revenue was earned, right? So I've been playing in the safe zone of things that I can guarantee that we're going to do, such as newsletter. There's no way you're not going to have a newsletter at the end of this 30 days, right? Because I'm going to make it happen with or without you. But the reason I feel confident now in being able to do this, and again, this is one of the things I learned in the space, especially from Andy, is because now that I know how to find the ideal client, I don't have to worry about that because they're already earning revenue. They already know how to earn revenue. Whereas before, I was being Captain Saba, it's too early. I won't say it in here, but I was focused on people that weren't really earning revenue at all. And so that felt like a huge lift. But now that I'm focused on who my ideal client is, and I understand that my ideal client is already earning revenue, right? Because first of all, I need them to afford my services as it is. I don't want to crush their bank account just because they're working with me. So part of my ideal client is that they have the revenue already. I don't need to be making more than them. I can have clients that make a lot more money than I do. In fact, that is ideal. That's who I'm going for now. So now I feel confident with helping them with their high ticket offer because I know the tools that I'm using and building for them that they don't currently have. So if they're already bringing in clients, right? If they're already earning revenue in whatever their business is, then I'm confident that when I come in with my systems that have helped me and help other people. And so this is what's making my clients very happy right now. I have a client that I've been working with for a year. We wrote a book together through ChatGPT. We did a whole workbook. She actually just sent it to the editor the other day. So it's actually going, to get published. It's amazing. But she wants to obviously start making money. Well, I'm like, I don't know anything about making money from books, right? But you know what I know about making money from? Having high ticket clients. So I did this whole creative exercise where it wasn't about selling her book. I had to get that off the table and out of her mind. Like, you're going to sell your book, but that's not how you're going to earn revenue, the type of revenue that we need her to earn. It's going to be through having a high ticket offer. I would have never thought to help this particular client with a high ticket offer because she's not trying to be an entrepreneur necessarily. She wants to be an author, right? But I now understand that every single person that has experience, skill set, background can have a high ticket offer. So basically, we spent an hour and a half yesterday developing a high ticket offer for her. And it was just one of the coolest sessions I've ever had because you have to dig into what's your unique skills, and how can we position you? And now I have this whole framework for developing the high ticket offer. And let me just tell you, she is so happy. Okay, she is not going to take me off of her monthly list of investments anytime soon, because after a year we are now moving into her having a high ticket client. And here's the beautiful thing for me: all we need is one for this to prove that this works. We have an offer that's $5,000. We just need her to get one. You see what I'm saying? So I'm excited, because this is a client that's never had a high ticket offer before. I have a client right now that I'm working with. He's a high ticket coach. So for him, it's more about building the assets. I'm going to land here. I'm aware I've been talking for a while, but I do just want to share this one thing, because this is what I did with this client yesterday, and he was very happy. So I just want to share it, and then I can't wait to hear from anybody else who wants to speak. But I took him through the hero's journey protocol. I would love for you all to try this. Go into whatever your preferred AI is and have it take you through the hero's journey of your story, and then map that to your offer or your brand. And it's very, very powerful. So I went through all the phases of his journey through the hero's journey, and then showed him where he was missing, like what part of his story he wasn't sharing, because I realized that's what I was doing. So try that, and then try it with your client. If you do work with, coaches, entrepreneurs, they all need storytelling help and branding. So I find that to be a really powerful protocol. Thank you. I haven't been here in a couple days, so had a lot to share. Much love.
Yeah, much love. Good stuff, Christelle. Yeah, let's get you some love there and some flowers. Yeah. So a couple big things you said. So how can you cover their investment with their high ticket offer? So like they're investing in you, right? And marketing is an investment. It's not an expense. Okay, this is the reframe I really want people to get here. If you talk to an accountant or a bookkeeper, they'll say, "Oh, marketing is an expense." But no, not to us. It's an investment. You're investing in the brand. You're investing in a systemized approach to bring in more revenue for them, right? You're rebuilding their engine. And with that, it's an investment because it's going to return on that investment in due time. Sometimes 30 days, sometimes 90 days, sometimes it takes 4 months. It just depends on, a lot of different factors. But one of the things that you want to make sure you're doing is, hey, am I covering my cost or my investment amount for my services with the performance of, the high ticket offer or whatever you're selling, right? So it's like, hey, how can I make sure that I'm covering my cost to them, their investment to me, with the services that I'm providing? And the only thing how to do that is with revenue, right? Revenue is the ultimate, uh, it's just the ultimate KPI at the end of the day. So if they spend 5,000 with you and they make 10,000, that's a pretty good, darn good return on their investment. You need to start thinking in terms of return on investment and put yourself in their shoes, right? This is why my high ticket offer is $15,000. That's my high ticket offer for 90 days. Uh, but I guarantee return on that investment at the end of 90 days. Otherwise, they don't pay me the final invoice. And it's not because of me. It's because of their internal bottlenecks that they don't have the right people in the seat, in the bus. That's typically what happens. So, and then the other thing you mentioned is, um, the hero's journey. So yeah, that's a big one. Because what's working now, especially for founders, and you see it blowing up on LinkedIn and you see it blowing up on X, is all these founders that have storytelling and they have their hero's journey of here's where I started, here's what was happening in my life. I overcame that obstacle, and this is what I'm building now, and this is where I'm going, and I'm bringing all my friends and clients with me, and we're winning together. Like that hero journey story is really powerful, and people want to be part of that, right? They see themselves in the journey. And so the more you can be, wrapping that into your content, the better. And I know, even to your credit, Christelle, you've been doing that a lot more lately in the last few months. You've been really leaning more on your educational background, your story, and it works because people are emotional at the end of the day. People buy emotionally and then they rationalize logically. So, and there's no, uh, scare tactics here. All you're doing is you're just tapping into, what people know, how people can know, like, and trust you, then they want to do business with you. And the more social proof you have, the better, right? The more social proof you have, the better. So yeah, good stuff, Christelle. We only got a couple more minutes left here, so I want to go quickly to Max and then Lloyd and then Joseph, and then we'll wrap up here. Okay, thanks, guys. All right, just keep it to like a minute or two if you can. Okay, Max, over to you.
Justin, hello everybody. Hello, Christelle. Andy, just to confirm, amigo, today we just launched, I don't know if you know, but I'm doing a wine book about the history of the establishment of the vineyards. And because of that, I'm upscaling the contacts to big companies. And it's true what you have said, everything about start writing, start posting. And I'm now reposting things from a year ago because a lot of people start following me, and I've been getting a lot of leads for other consulting. So just wanted to share that keep pushing it. Don't see what people criticize and keep doing it. And I need you to try the coffee in San Diego someday, amigo. Take care.
Yeah, thanks for tapping in, Max. Yeah, that's a good pro tip that you just shared. I want to highlight. Look, even if you posted something a year ago, 2 years ago, that was, really good. Maybe it got some traction on the metrics, maybe it didn't, but we got to retell stories. We got to reshare, content. We got to repurpose content. You don't want to create new content every single time, unless you're crazy like me. But for the most part, there's tons of content you already have that you can repurpose. Tons. Okay, I do this all the time for clients is I get their content folders, like of all their assets that they have, videos, images, blah, blah, blah. It's on their brand guidelines. It's approved by corporate. Great. If they're a franchise, awesome. Take all that content, repurpose it, get it back out there, and then ideally help turn it into like a little video. So one of the pro tips that I've been doing is you take a static image and then you animate it with video, and then the videos perform better than the static image content pieces. So yes, to Max's point, make sure you are repurposing your content from years ago, and just sprucing up the copy that goes with it, and if it's an image or video. But yeah, the pro tip again is take an image, throw it into Grok Imagine. This is what I've been doing, and it's been performing better. But yeah, just animate the image, and then boom, you have an animated image. You have a reel, you have a short form YouTube short, you have a TikTok video, and you have a video. So in 6 to 10 seconds with Grok, you can do 10 seconds, I think. And I mean, you can do longer, but I mean, I don't have time to sit there and do all that stuff. My VA does all that stuff. But
This is such a good idea, Justin, because I haven't been posting on Instagram for this reason. All I have are images. So that's what I'm going to do. Wow, so simple and good.
yeah, these little pro tip hacks, they come in handy, and it's like it doesn't take much time to do. So, but yeah, good stuff, Christelle, and great points, Max. And I will definitely try that coffee soon. Yeah, back over to you, and then we'll go to Lloyd.
Yeah, something very simple. I started using Gemini to do images, and they're so good. So very old post. In fact, 2 years ago, I rewriting, make it shorter. I put it on stories in Instagram and then on TikTok, but it really works with a great image and text, very simple, because I'm selling high ticket and it's very complicated in South America. But now I'm focusing on helping others, but creating a new image, it's going to be a whole new post, and it works. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks, Max. Great to see you, man. Thanks for tapping in, and yeah, make sure anytime you come to the San Diego, we gotta make sure we connect here. So, all right, Lloyd, how's it going, man? Just like if you wouldn't mind, just a couple minutes here, I gotta wrap up. But yeah, how's it going, man? Good to see you.
I'm good. Know it's been a minute. What's going on, Justin, Andy, Christelle, Max, anybody else? I haven't seen in a while. I'm busy. I just want to touch on one thing and then we'll let it be what it be. But when it comes to AI, I think we have to start thinking in systems. And like AI, is a great helper, but it can also build the system for you. And I'm talking about completely. Like I've vibe coded lately complete systems, like an entire social network.
Did he cut out or can I not hear?
Yeah, he cut out.
Okay, I was like, drop the mic or?
It was a mic drop one for sure. All right, Lloyd. Yeah, feel free to come back up here and we'll get you back. I want to highlight something real quick. I put in the purple pill as we wait for Lloyd for a minute and then we wrap up here, but look at your boys making moves here. We're on the speaker panel, okay? Watch out, Danielle. I'm coming for you. I see you, girl. I see you. I'm coming for you, okay? I'm not at your level yet, but I got to get back into my speaker game. So it's been a minute. So yeah, I'm excited to announce that I'm speaking in San Diego at an entrepreneur summit. And so again, you guys are not going to believe this. So the speaker panel, so the guy on the left, James Hickey, that's my good buddy. He's a fellow fractional CMO I've known for like 15 years. We've been doing marketing together. Bill Walsh, that was my client for a while and my good mentor. And then the lady on the bottom right, Deborah Sweet. So she was the first marketing consultant I hired when I was in my IT consulting business back in like 2006. So 20 years later, here I am sharing the stage with her, someone that I hired as a marketing consultant back in 2006. This is before I was officially, in marketing. I didn't get officially into marketing until like 2008, 2008. I understood the basics and, went to business school, all that fun stuff. But, I was hiring consultants back in 2006 to help me grow my IT consulting business because I was the tech, I was the COO and the CEO. And so, but yeah, full circle moment for me. Gonna be speaking on the stage. I'm working on my presentation already, so it's a bit exciting. So, but yeah, just wanted to share that. So if you guys, Danielle, Antonio wants to fly out, Max, you want to fly out, Jason, you can fly out here, Spoon, fly out, we'll get you guys, make sure you're on the VIP list and take good care of you. But yeah, would love to, just putting it out there. I'm excited. It's in May, so put it on your calendar if you can make it out to downtown San Diego. Spend some time, meet the Ronin in person, So okay. Well, with that, let's go to final word here. We'll go to Christelle and then Spoon, and then I'll wrap us up here. Okay, thanks, guys. Christelle, over to you. Final word.
Yeah, I'll make it quick and just say thank you so much for the space. Great to see you, Spoon. It's been a while. Thank you, Max, for the excellent tips. And hi, Danielle, Lucia, everyone. I hope you all have a great Thursday.
Yeah, thanks, Christelle. Always a pleasure to catch up with you and my Ronin crew here in the Ronin community. So appreciate you guys. And yeah, let's go over to Spoon for final word.
Yeah, so well, if your clients are happy and your members are getting value, the real value, then you're on the right path. If not, that's the work. Appreciate the time. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you, Spoon, and yeah, keep up the great work you're doing with Grid Tech, and yeah, hopefully we can catch you on a space with Yonda soon, because yeah, I really love your guys' spaces. I gotta tap in more when I can, and yeah, guys, thanks for sharing some time with me. Hopefully, you guys got some value here with us, and again, these are MBA master classes or masterminds. That's what it's all about. We learn these little bits of wisdom that we can execute in our business. And yeah, high ticket is what it's about. Make sure you have your high ticket, your mid ticket, and your low ticket offers at all times, and you can pull those out accordingly. And we're building our media empires. And if you look at what happened recently, Layla Hermosi, Alex Hermosi's wife, she's stepping down as the CEO, and someone else is taking her role, and they're focusing more on basically building the Disney of business, right? They're building the Disney concept of business. And so they're going to have like brands, people working under their brand, and they're going to explode. So we need to make sure that we're building our empires, right? You're a media company, right? Spoon is a media company, Christelle is a media company, Danielle's a media company, Jason, we're all media companies. So that's the type of thinking you want to have is I'm a media company, I'm a media brand, I'm highly sought after, I'm an authority in my space, and this is going to draw sponsorship opportunities. This is going to draw lots of opportunities for, high ticket clients to work with you. And so that's the mindset you got to have is you're building your empire, building your media empire. And yeah, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. The ultimate sales funnel is a personal brand. And now with AI as the accelerant, it's only going to continue to grow in momentum. So at the end of our lives, we'll ask ourselves four simple questions. Did I live? Did I love? Did I matter? And did I make a difference? Until next time, keep making a difference, build that mind, build that body, build that business, build that bank account, but most importantly, build that legacy. So stay healthy, stay hungry, and stay humble. We'll see you guys at the top. If you want to keep growing, check out the Revenue Ronin community. We've had over 47 people sign up. You could be number 48, and prices are going up, so make sure you lock that in and support the movement. The mission is very clear, 1,000 Ronins all focused on sales and marketing mastery. And we have some active members, some non-active members, and that's okay. That's the way it works. And we're just going to keep pressing on. So I appreciate everyone's support and make it a productive, but most importantly, profitable day. And we'll see you tomorrow in the startup circle for wins of the week. We already celebrated some wins today, but hey, let's just keep celebrating those wins because that's what fuels us. Where's the fuel? It's in the wins. So, all right, Danielle, Jason, Lucia, Antonio, everyone else, Christelle, Spoon, thanks, guys. Have a great day.